This lesson is to model a Batman logo using curves. So we're going to learn how to manipulate curves some more in addition to the previous lesson. So let's get started. I'm going to do this in the front viewport. So everything will be standing. So, all right, front orthographic. Very important that you're working on a flat viewport when you work with curves so that you don't end up moving along the y-axis, which makes your curve unflat. You know, it needs to be flat. So make sure you're always in a front orthographic or any orthographic view. Just make sure you don't get confused, because sometimes you can rotate this by accident by a bit, even though it's orthographic. You know, it's still user. You want to be, let's say, in the front right there. So I'm going to delete this cube. We're not going to use this, and we'll provide. Well, let's take a look real quick. So if I go to my browser right here, and the one we're looking for is, let's see here, simply Batman logo, okay? And I'm on Bing. Okay, and that one right there is what I picked, okay? You can pick any of this, actually, doesn't matter. All right, so but this is the one we're actually doing. Okay, so I'm going to grab that from my pile right here, drag that in there. Okay, and then I'm going to center this. So I'm going to turn on my sidebar screencast also. Okay, and then just zero out the location so that it's centered to the world. Okay, and we're going to move this back a little bit, actually, so y-axis, just so that it doesn't get in the way of our Bezier. It's in the back, so it's not going to be blocking it. Okay, next we want to make this kind of cylinder. I know it tapers a little bit here, so let's simplify the model where this thing is actually just all equal in thickness right here. So I'm going to get a add a mesh cylinder. The default on the cylinder is 32. We want to make this 64, so it's high poly in a way. It's still low poly, so but we can make sure that it can look smooth with auto smooth, right? So we want to rotate this RX90 so that it pivots on 90 degrees along the x-axis. There it is. I'm going to turn on my x-ray so that I can kind of copy that formation right there. So I'm going to go with my scale tool right here. Just simply make that thing as wide as over there. And then here, I'm just going to be eyeballing it to make it, you know, kind of even thickness. So I'll go with that one right there. Okay, and then it's way too much depth right there, so we're just gonna make that thing about that thickness right there. We'll move it to the back. All right. Okay, go back to the front. Numpad 1. Okay, front viewport. I'm gonna go to edit mode. Okay, just want to show you what I'm selecting here. Go to face mode. Make sure the front face is the only thing selected. Okay, I'm going to press number 1 again to go to front. I'm going to press I for inset faces, but it's not going to work because if I press I, you can see it's not the same. So I'm going to right click cancel that. Okay, what we want is go to object mode first. While the cylinder is still selected, go to object, apply a scale. Okay. So that means Blender now thinks this is the original cylinder. There is no scale value to it. So that now when we go edit mode with the face still selected, when I press I, it's all even on all sides. You can see it works. Okay. We'll leave it like that. Okay. And another thing right here is we want to just extrude this, press E, kind of push it back a little bit, just a little bit. And that's as far as where the logo will protrude later on. Okay. All right. So it just kind of, this one is just kind of blocking it. So I just kind of extruded it so that it has this. So now we're going to create this one. All right, and what we're going to use, I'm going to turn on X-ray, is a Bezier curve, right? So I'm going to, let's lower the opacity on this one. I'm going to select this, and then here's the little parameter for it, okay? And where is my opacity right there? Just kind of lower that a bit. Am I lowering it a bit? Oh yeah, turn opacity. And then as long as we can see the, okay, that's better right there. And if the grid is annoying you, you can also turn that off. Where's my grid? Floor, right there, grid. Okay, all right, just so that it's kind of clean. All right, so we're gonna get a, we're in object mode, add curve Bezier. All right, so your Bezier is positioned like that on the top. So, but we're using the front, right? So we're gonna do a RX90 on this as well. Similar rotation that we did for the cylinder, okay? So here it is, but quick lesson on this one, all right? So it has 2 points and it says Bezier handle. If I grab one of the handles, you seesaw, right? If I select that point and press E, I extrude another with a Bezier handle, all right? With a Bezier handle. If I press V, I have handle type. V is in victory. Or if I right click, where's my, is there here? Yes, handle type. There we go. So that's the same thing as V, right? Right click or press V. Well, let's just press V, it's faster. Automatic is the smooth one where it kind of seesaw back and forth when you move one handle. If I go to free, it breaks that. So now I get, if I press G here, so you can see this one is broken. So V, free, and I can make, I'm sorry, there we go, some sharp. Okay, all right. So this is V, right? That's V also. That's Bezier. If I extrude this, guess what I get? A V. Or, sorry, not a V. A free handle. So be careful when you change the last point that you're extruding because it will inherit that. Why is this important? Because you might say, hey, I can just press V, right? And then go to automatic. Yes, it goes like that. But we're about to do something here where we want to get a point, okay? And we want to make sure that the point right there doesn't get, what do you call this? We want to lose basically the handle, okay? So if we want to, let's say, maybe we'll use it on that one, or maybe we won't even use this one. But anyway, so one of the things where you want to lose the handle right there is you want to scale this at value 0. When you do that, as you can see now, those are basically shrunk, right? The handles shrinks right there. And when you move this one, you lose the handle, okay? So it's perfect for stuff like this. All right, so if you just want like a really pointy one, okay? So let's say for this one, S0, okay? The thing is, if I extrude this one, guess what? It's going to be like that. And then to get the handle, you know, you need to like grab it and then extend it again, kind of press G, or, you know, kind of like, it's like a hit or miss, all right? So just make sure when you do a S0 on a corner on a curve like this, so you don't have to kind of hunt that tiny little handle and then drag it out. Make sure that when you're extruding, extrude a non-S0 point, okay? Extrude an automatic or free, and then you can always go back to this one and then do S0 and make that into that one. All right, that's all. So, okay, so now that I kind of messed this up and whatnot, let me just get rid of it. Let me just make a new one. Shift A, curve, Bezier, RX90, and here we are. Okay, so let's trace this logo real quick. All right, so I have 2 points right here. So I'm not going to mirror this so that we can expand our practice. You know, you can just do one and then mirror it, but it's not that complex. It won't take us long. All right. So I'm just going to park that on that point, and then this one over here, and then just kind of press G to kind of put this in the correct orientation. All right. Does that make sense? Or what we did there? All right. So it's kind of matching that one and this one as well. All right. There it is. Okay, and then on this one, of course, I'm going to press extrude. Okay, we're going to see that really weird kind of pattern right there. This one, I'm going to press V, change it to free. Then I can move this like so. This one, free, change the handle type to free as well. And let's see here. If your OCD is kicking in and you're like, oh, I'm almost there. It doesn't have to be too perfect on this one. All right, probably get away with that. Okay, good enough. Press E to extrude this, and then you inherit that, of course, whatever it might be. So let's say, oh, it's this one. All right, and that one right there. So let's see if we can stretch this all the way. If not, if you're not happy with it, because it gets kind of jaggedy here, we got to crank up our resolution later on to, you know, but we don't need to. We're just kind of learning curves. All right, good enough right there. And press E right here. Press E again to extrude. Press E to extrude. Right there. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to finish up here. All right, there we go. Okay, almost done with the logo here. Let's just do this real quick. And again, this are free handle type, hence I'm able to change the I'm able to move the handle independently. All right, so you might, when you do this, it messes with the other one, so it's kind of like a game of you compensate basically. So it's not going to be perfect at first, then you got to move it, you fix that, then you ended up fixing this one. It's just how it is. All right, good enough. Press E. Oops. Is that handle? Again, we could have mirrored this, but you know, just still practicing, right? So we're gonna go here. And we're almost done. Okay, press E. I want to zoom in here. Oops, sorry. Press the wrong button there. All right, almost done. Press both, select both, press F to kind of bridge it. Okay, and that went all the way up there. Oh, this one is not free yet, so let's make that free. So select both, press F to kind of like bridge, or kind of like when we complete grid fill, or when we complete the faces on a missing face. So it's the same command, even though you're not completing the face right here, you're manipulating points. All right, there it is, all done. Okay, I'm gonna save this real quick because we will actually have we're gonna animate the camera later on in another video, so I don't want to lose that. Okay, so there's that. So if I rotate my angle like so, there it is. And what can we do with this? All right, so now this is still a curve, right? So we need to convert this. So we need to go to Object, Convert to a mesh. Okay, so now it's a mesh. So if I select, hit Tab, go to Edge Mode, select the edge, press A to select, and then press F. It just kind of fills it in. All right, really nice. And then we can do an extrude. There we go. And there's our logo. Okay, so you can bevel this if you want, but it's a curved tutorial, so totally up to you at that point. I'm going to turn off my visibility right here. I'm going to start kind of setting this up, putting it there, hide my logo. Let's go here to let's go back here, it's too bright, so let's kind of stick that in there. All right, right there. And then of course we need to right click, shade smooth. Ain't gonna like that, so we're gonna go to our data, normal, auto smooth. There we go. Do the same thing for the backdrop, auto smooth. There we go. All right, so let's add some color to this. So let's give it a light. We do have the light right there. I'm gonna duplicate that light. It's kind of position it right here, just so we see something. Okay, super bright. 1,000 watts. No, 20. Oh, 100 watts. All right, just so that we see something right there. Backlight and then some key light right here. Let's go to this one right here, and it's black, right? Just black, metallic. Yes. I don't know how black. Let's leave it like that for now, so we actually see something. And then I'm gonna add another material. Okay, and then we're gonna make this one emission, so that it's lit, right? And it's yellow, I think. Yep. And let's go press tab to go to edit mode. Oh, it's still selected, so we just simply assign that. There we go. Nice. And this one, we want the same material as this, so we just go to the drop down in here and select that. There it is. So now we go to our EV right here. We got ambient occlusion on, bloom on. There's that bloom. And screen space reflection. How shiny is this thing? Kind of shiny, I think. All right, so depending on the light, so if we go maybe 75 on that, and then add another one, Shift D, somewhere in here. All right, just for now, kind of good enough, right? So if I select this, it's kind of bugging me. Let's apply the scale or all transform. All right, hit tab. While it's still selected, I'm gonna go here, and then let's see if we can bevel this without breaking it. Oh, kind of close right there. You see it? Yeah, I guess that's our 2 pointy, but that should be enough right there. We're able to kind of bevel. Okay, then let's add some segments. Did that ruin it? Maybe right here. Let's go to our auto smooth. Maybe that's 60 degrees. Did it disappear? No. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think I can't shake it. What was it? 0. Okay. All right. A really low value. It cleaned it. There we go. And of course you want. Oh, my Mac is kicking in. You know, we made it low res, so you can change curve smoothness value. All right, you can. Where's my other Bezier? Let's add another one. I just want to show you this. Okay, Bezier right there, and let's see if I'm at the top. See how kind of jaggedy this is, kind of like what happened to our Batman logo, because I didn't change it. You can increase the value right here, and then you smooths it out. You see it? All right, too late for this one now because I already converted it. So if you want it smooth, that's what you do. You crank up the resolution of that one. Okay, this one apply scale also. Let's also put a bevel on this guy. All right, so edge mode, select that one, alt click all the way, shift alt click this as well, right click bevel. All right, just so that you know it's not too sharp. Well, maybe it should be because it's Batman, but anyway, that should complete this demo on how to oh yeah, I failed at this one right here, so yeah, so that disappeared, but we didn't get this one. So solution is we should have cranked up the resolution on the curve. All right, so if you don't want to see a lot of that or you want it super smooth, it's the bevel. I think it was cutting it way too close. Pointy stuff like this makes it super hard to bevel, or maybe we could have changed the profile, but anyway, that should work. Okay, that's how you work with logo, and then we'll do another one with with curve. We'll do another curve lesson, and we're gonna model an arcade 1-up, okay, an arcade machine.